You, are you live? Because I
We are
just got
live. You just got a
nice.
notification.
Yes, I did on my phone.
Yep, and you should be hearing us and the music. Hopefully, that's the plan. So you might check and see if you're hearing us and the music.
Okay, opening the live show. I hear myself.
You
Yeah.
hear yourself. So you are
Yes, I
good.
do.
Awesome.
It
So,
looks like it's working nicely.
yep. So we'll transition over to here. We'll transition to this one, which is my game up right now. And my game is moving around. So we should be good. So the big questions that everybody had today is what the heck do I do? What do I do now with because of all that's going on? I think that's the big
That's a good question.
that's the big one that everybody seems to be asking me is, what do we do? Um, and everybody's like, what do I save? Is it really and what we're talking about today is we're talking about, mod tables. And we're talking about the new update from from EA Jesse that we just got uh, yesterday, I guess. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. They decided to release a new developer update
a
on the
new Yep,
forums
a new
and
developer update.
clarified a lot of things that people were concerned about. I do like some of the things they said, and some other things not so much.
Yeah. So we will, as soon as I can get this thing to, I'm trying to post this because a couple people wanted to watch it. I'm trying to put this in where they can see it, but for some reason, copy and paste is not working for me right now. We'll see if it'll.
Yeah, it is lagging just a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't know. I can tell it's a little bit laggy on the screen, but we will try to make it not laggy. I don't know if I can fix it while I'm doing all of this, but we will try. I may have to shut down Discord and restart it because Discord is not responding at all. It's so weird. All right, I'm going to shut down Discord and reopen it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
While we are doing that, we can transition to this update. Hey, and I see everybody in here. Jason's in here. Silas is in here. Um, you guys, I like the lagginess. It reminds me of the old days. LOL. That's funny. Well, we are going to try to make it not laggy. Um, players. Then Jason says he's. It depends on. Well, come on, screen. It depends on where you are. For players trying to catch up, like me, for example, I don't even think about the mod tables. I'm still farming for RG. I could see that too. So anyway, it's like I said, it's pretty crazy what's going on and how that works. So we will definitely have to see um, what happens. But we're just for a little bit to kind of read what we're talking about. And are you back there, Zern?
I am back.
All right, good deal. And now my thing is finally up like how it's supposed to. So we will see if this works. Copy and paste so everybody knows what we're talking about. Yeah, Discord is being really, really slow because it doesn't like it when I do all this stuff all at one time. All right, at least we got that there. And then we will stick it over here on Team Skunk and on Lord Skunk, so that way everybody knows, what is going on. So I have up right now. I have up the notes
Yes.
from the show, and I have the notes that are on what is going on. So at least that way we can kind of talk about that a little bit, because I know you were a little bit. You and I talked briefly yesterday after the notes came out. I think I was between movies, and you were like, "Hey, what's going on? Let's talk about all this stuff."
I think you can tell everyone the truth. You were just outside catching Pokemons.
I was outside catching Pokemon with Pokemon Go with my kids. Not exactly. So So I guess the first thing let's do is let's just go ahead and read the whole deal. So this is greetings. What's happening this week? Some additional notes. We recently made some changes to Galactic War. If you haven't already read these notes, if you haven't already read it, please see notes from executive producer John Solera, and they give the link. We will continue to adjust Galactic War as needed, but there will be no additional plans to make any additional changes in the near future. We will be addressing a bug that appears for higher-powered teams where the final node is very weak for them. This should be fixed in an update in the near future. Great. So for me, I have a very high-powered team. My team is about 38,000 and 38.5K power, and I'm wiping dudes out all the time. And then I get down to the last node, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I hope that they don't make it crazy, because it will be.
Team is weak, Grande.
Do what now? Remon, you there? Yeah. So you think my team is weak? Oh my gosh.
38K is nothing.
Well, I'm going to tell you that it is a little bit tough for me. So let's go back to let's go back here and see what some of our other what some of the other things are. So we recently had a number of bugs that were introduced through the updates we've done. We're doing a lot of behind the scenes changes that will improve the overall quality of the game, but these changes unfortunately introduce bugs. We have done a lot of behind the scenes changes that will improve the game, but these changes introduce some bugs that needed to be addressed. Once our next major update arrives next week, you will be able to see firsthand the improvements we have made. Due to issues that came up with guilds having their raids end early, we will be looking into ways to help out guilds that had this problem. This will likely be guild bank currency sent to the guild leaders. So, just like what happened before, the 10,000 guild bank currency. But this decision has not been finalized until next week. We moved up the Yoda event to 7.7.16 instead of 7.14.16, like we had mentioned in the 7.6.16 update notes. Now, what's coming for next week? This is where we're talking about what's coming for next week. So, what is coming for next week? This week, we'll introduce our next major update featuring mods, an exciting new way to customize stats of your characters. We are aiming for this update to be available for download on 7/12 of 16. 7/12 of 16 is Tuesday, from either the App Store or Google Play. And when fully pushed out, all players automatically, and will be fully pushed out to all players automatically on 7/13. So on Wednesday, if you haven't done it, you will get it, but you can get it quicker. Let's take a closer look at all of these features in this update. New features, mods. Mods are our newest feature, which allow customization of character stats. Mods provide significant boosts to the stats of a character. Mods have a rarity, which does not change and can range from 1 to 7. There are 6 mod slots on each character, and each mod is associated with a particular slot. Example, a stabilizer mod can only be assigned to the stabilizer slot. Each mod is assigned with a particular set. For example, health mod or speed mod. A mod is a primary stat and up to 4 secondary stats. Mods have a level that can be increased to 15. Mods have a tier which determines the number of secondary stats currently on a mod. The first location to earn mods is through mod battles, which unlock at level 50. Each stage is associated with a particular mod set. Example, stage 1 equals health mods. There are 7 nodes on each stage, 1 for each of the 6 slots, and a 7th node where a random slot is earned. Rarity 1 and 2 mods are earned from battles, with node 7 providing the best opportunity for rarity 2 mods. There initially were 8 stages, which each with its own unique mod set. There initially will be 8 stages, each with its own unique mod set. There are no character restrictions on mod tables. This is different from our last video where we thought there were character restrictions. Cantina energy, this is the bummer. Cantina energy is used for mod battles, and in addition to earning mods, all Cantina battle rewards are also earnable, i.e. ability mats and Cantina currency. The character details screen has been updated to incorporate mods. Interesting. And then rearrangement of elements to incorporate mods. Example, character name and category included in the HUD, heads-up display. Okay. Training XP respects XP for each level. Detailed stats. Button at bottom of character details has been upgraded to better explain stats. A character must be level 50 to assign mods. So that's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Then the next one, and somebody asked when's this coming up, and I noticed, Zern, you're letting them know when all this stuff is coming out. So then the next one is mod management. So mod management screen is where mods can be equipped on a character. The inventory of mods can be viewed. This is the screen that we showed in our last video, and we can pop back to that here in a minute and take a look at it. But bonus sets and max set bonuses. Assigning multiple mods of the same set to a character will provide a set bonus. Some sets require 2 assigned mods, others require 4. Up to 3 sets can be active at a time. A max set bonus can be earned when all mods in a set are at the max level of 15. Selling mods. So, selling mods. In the sell screen, mods can be sold for credits. A variety of filters are available to quickly identify and select all mods that need to be sold. Upgrading mods. Mods can be upgraded to become more powerful. Mods can reach up to level 15. Each level up increases the primary stat of the mod. At levels 3, 6, 9, and 12, a secondary stat will be added to an existing secondary stat, or an existing secondary stat will be increased. Mods are upgraded by selling credits to increase XP of the mod. It is possible to receive a large XP boost immediately upgrading the mod's level. To prevent high-value mods from being sold or destroyed, mods can be locked. Well, that's good. General, these are some general notes. The ally cap has been raised to 50. Thank the Lord. It should have been 50 as soon as guilds came out. To enable being an ally to every member of your guild. Then the next one is the skip button appears early in the package opening flow. Earlier. Oh, this
Yeah,
is like whenever you
for
open
those,
bronziums and chromiums and
yeah,
stuff. Okay.
for those people that wanna quickly burn through their money. Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah.
yeah,
Then the next one is when the flow is complete, there is a button that allows immediately purchasing another pack.
of course,
Of course there is.
of course
Okay.
there is.
Okay. Now, when a raid is active, a button will display the active raid. That's good. So basically, from the main screen now, maybe you'll be able to like notice, hey, there's an active raid. That'll be good.
Yeah,
Player
probably like the event
very.
icon that shows up.
I would agree. Yeah, it's going to be like that for players looking to optimize their guild activity contributions. The next guild activity is surfaced in the guild activity screen. Okay, so now you can in the screen you'll be able to know, hey, like right now you'll be able to know, hey, guess what? Next is PvP. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I think Discord bots will like this one. Yeah.
Okay, I think they will too. Okay, bug fixes. Characters can no longer dodge while stunned. That could be
That
good.
is huge. That
That
is
is
huge.
huge right there. And then stunned enemies would sometimes hang the application if a character was killed just before a stunned character's turn. This has been fixed. Then it says when two players start a battle with the same rank opponent at the same time, the second player is stuck in the loading loop. So that's a fix, I guess. Then closing the app on the defeat of Galactic War was allowing the squad to be used again. This is no longer possible. Cantina credit currency was not able to be capped in Cantina shipments. Okay, so now they're capping. Great. Having multiple inbox messages was causing some messages to display in a different font. Who cares about that? And then find flow was not showing shards in daily login. Okay. And then the daily gear collection, daily activity, did not have a go button to take players to character screen. Gamorrean guard muscle in a special ability was not consistent when it granted protection. Okay. And then there were a few abilities which could cause the manual targeting to switch without the player input, i.e., Yoda buff steal AoE ability would cause this to happen. Equipment used by feature would not always display the correct characters in the need the equipment and more. I will be posting the full update notes next week, which will include additional changes to Gamorrean, to Geonosian Spy, and Zam Wessel, and many other bug fixes. So there we go. The return. So Panda says the return of Dooku.
Yeah,
Quite.
I like how they sit in an office and they flip a coin. Heads is Dooku, tails is Ben. You know, that's how they
Yeah.
balance the game. They just pick one of them to be the best thing.
So let's talk about some of the big things here, which is one of the big ones here that I see is this one right here that says Cantina Energy is used for mod battles in addition to earning mods. All Cantina battle rewards are also earnable, i.e., ability mats and Cantina currency. This is huge because now what this means is if you're like Panda and you're like some other players that we have, you need to potentially save Cantina energy and not spend it on Sunday and Monday and instead save it for Tuesday.
It also means that if you haven't farmed all the characters out of Cantina yet, you're effed.
Potentially.
Yeah,
because
that's a problem.
you're gonna have to make that decision now every day. Do you spend your energy on Cantina or on mod battles? So, I mean, obviously, if you're a early game player, it's going to be Cantina. But I'm just saying, like, for there are a lot of people that still need characters out of Cantina that
Yeah,
also need mods. Yeah, I mean, so, and I also heard, which I didn't see mentioned in there, is that there's going to be another shipments for mod tables, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't see that mentioned though.
Is it on the patch notes on the developer notes? I don't remember seeing that.
I think I remember. I think that may have been in the data mine info.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah,
So
I really don't remember.
that means it could be false. But I mean, I've never seen them add a new table without adding a shipments to it. So it'd be kind of weird for them not to have that.
Yeah, I was expecting. I mean, if you want to use the same currency and you're transferring most of the rewards, I think the only thing they're not going to transfer are the shards. They should have just merged both together. Well, it's not a big difference adding a possible character shard in there. It's just one shard. You know.
It would also be cool if they like just surprised us and added a new character to Cantina shipments.
You mean transferring the current ones that you can only get through the battles to
What
the shipments?
if I'm hearing what Grande said correctly, that means that basically the currency that you're going to get from the mod tables is going to be Cantina currency. So you're
Oh
going to get
yes.
so you're going to get to you're going to have to use that currency so basically there won't be mod table shipments. You're going to go to the Cantina shipments to get characters. But but what I'm saying is it'd be cool if they also just threw in like a surprise bonus character in with the update, because they will do that sometimes. They will just occasionally just surprise you with like they say like bug fixes and stuff like that, and bug fixes to them could be like it could be like giving Darth Maul like 20 speed. you know you never know. I mean, to them it could be anything as minor as like adding a button to make it faster for you to skip bronzium cards to something major, and it would just be like a cliff note in the game in the patch notes.
yeah.
That would be a good idea. But they are greedy, so
I have
we don't know
so.
yet.
Jason said, "So does this mean I'm screwed on Royal Guard?" No, it doesn't necessarily, but it does mean potentially there's going to be an outcry. I mean, we need to see what's happening, but a lot of us are predicting that we need to, save that cantina energy and maybe not spend it on Monday, Tuesday. And I'm sure it's going to come out, and they're going to have all kinds of, different ideas about what's happening, and it'll probably even get changed some more. Yeah, and it potentially could create more bugs. So who
What, I, what
knows?
I'm what I'm wondering is if this replaces gear. Like, I mean, does this mean now that we're not going to have a gear 12?
No,
Or
no,
I
it's
think Gear
it's
12 is still
added on
coming.
top of gear.
Yeah, on top of Gear.
just in addition to gear? So it's just another hill you have to climb.
Yes.
Yep.
That, that's awesome. I mean, it's cool. I just feel like there's going to be because you can buy canteen energy, and some people buy a lot of canteen energy. There's going to be people that fall way behind with this.
Yes, there will be people that fall way behind with this. Agreed.
Yeah, there's some interesting things about what they said. First of all, we were discussing the small. We saw the picture the other time we were streaming, and
Mm-hmm.
there was like a circle, like a light on the interface where the mods go, and we were debating if that was like a level or something. And now we know it's the rarity because there are seven lights and
Yeah.
there are seven rarities of mods. So yeah, we got the answer to that. One other interesting thing regarding that same subject. is that they are only releasing rarity 1 and 2 for now. You won't be able to get 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 yet. And they might not even be in the mod tables for that matter. They might be somewhere else completely, like a new raid or something else. So we're only getting the
The beginning of
the
it.
the beginning mods, and they are gonna be a lot weaker than what we will get in the future.
Yep.
Because just to explain this, the rarity will define the power of the mod. Okay, so even if you level up a mod, a rarity 1 or 2, the amount of stats increase every time you level that mod. It's gonna be a lot lower than on a higher rarity mod. So for now, it's gonna be small stat increases.
I gotta tell you, what scares me about this is it seems like they took this idea from another game.
Yeah, they did.
They
That's what
did.
scares me.
They did.
If spoiler here, Zern Fett has said that this is exactly like a game that he used to play called, what was the name of the game it was called?
Yeah, yes, Summoner's War.
Summoner's War, yeah,
Yeah.
and what I'm saying is that because of that, that scares me a bit because we all know that they didn't anticipate this game to be as big as it has been, and the fact that they are going to these great lengths to try to extend the game play, make it longer, and they probably felt like the game maybe had a year or two shelf life, and now they're trying to make it last, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It seems there could be a lot wrong with it, because they don't. It seems like much like any of this new stuff, like that. If you look at this game, you could tell that the guys who make this game, aren't necessarily up with all these types of games. You know what I mean? So it's like it seems like they're learning stuff that's been going on in other games for years now, like just recently, and they're just trying to plug it in there. And I just hope that they did their research and made sure that
So
you know
we're having another
they.
question here in chat, which says, "What do we think about Grievous as the new raid boss?" And and we do think he will be the new raid boss for the separatist group. Very easily, he will be the new raid boss.
I don't imagine him. Can you really imagine him being the Rancor though? I mean, I imagine him being maybe a part of it.
Yeah, I also don't think you're gonna fight him solo. Maybe you do. He has 4 arms, 4 lightsabers, so maybe you fight him solo at one point. But
I don't
I
think.
don't think
I
it's
don't.
gonna be like Rancor at all. I think it's gonna be some kind of team setup.
Listen, if one Obi-Wan Kenobi can take a General Grievous down, I have to imagine that it's not going to take a Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rey, and Luke Skywalker to do it. There's going to have to be like other multiple other bosses in that battle, kind of like the pigs.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be something close to what Phase 1 is right now.
What would be really cool is if they'd rolled out those droids, those ones that like have a special force shield around them. You know what I'm talking about? The
Mm-hmm.
ones that roll. If they broke those guys out to be like General Grievous's dudes.
Right. They what are those guys called? I can't even remember now. But yes, it would be pretty sweet. Anyway, just kind of scrolling
I
through,
think
showing everybody
well,
who's on here. We got a lot of Team Skunk guilds. If you're new to the channel, go to TeamSkunk.com and we will show you how to get into guilds. So it's in the bottom of the description of this video.
are they called Sentinel
I
droids?
think they are called Sentinel droids, if I remember correctly.
I think so too.
By the way, they are only releasing 8 mod. I keep saying rooms because of the other game. Sorry,
Yes, it's fine.
8 mod sets. They're gonna release only 8 mods. So the list we got from data mine info has I think 11 different sets on the list. So they're releasing My guess, and that's only a guess, but it's probably what it is that let me open a picture here that I did. They're gonna release a health set, a critical hit set, a tenacity set, potency, speed, offense. I'm not so sure about critical damage yet. Maybe it's one of them.
Right.
I know extra turn is not gonna be one of them right now.
Hope I can get my
And
hope I can get my Darth Maul at 150 speed.
Dude,
yeah,
that'd be sick, wouldn't it?
yeah, we've talked about the counter attack set and the extra turn. I don't think those are gonna be available for now. It's gonna be something in the future.
Yeah, they're just gonna release the first couple, I guess. Probably because we kind of got all this information leaked a little early, so they probably are not
Yeah,
ready for the rest of it.
It would be
yeah,
cool.
and
It'd be cool if you could just add retribution to somebody, or just give them foresight.
It would be cool.
yeah. Also, one thing to add that I didn't mention before, but I mean, every piece of info they keep giving us just gives me like more certainty of what's gonna happen. And one possible thing is, not every stat. I mean, talking about the mods and the slots they fit in, not every slot is gonna be able to provide you the stat on the primary attribute as you want. Let's say
Right.
you have a possibility to get speed on the substats, but if you want speed as a primary stat, that will only come like on the slot 2 or 3 or 4. You won't be able to get speed as a primary everywhere. I think it's gonna be limited.
Hmm.
So that's what the all that RNG talk is about. If you want, let's say you need speed as a primary and it only comes on slot 2, you're gonna be getting farming that mod until one of the mods that you get has speed as a primary. And then you're gonna look at the secondary stats, which is another RNG fest, and you're gonna see if they are interesting. Because if they're not, you're just gonna sell the mod, because they said that you're gonna be able to sell them,
Yeah.
and you're gonna sell the majority of it. In the beginning, everyone is gonna be trying to just form the sets they want for the characters, So
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter the stats. You're just gonna grab a few mods, finish a set for a character or for the characters that you use the most, and then you're gonna start replacing those mods with better mods from those sets that you want.
Right.
Because yeah, the most important thing in the beginning will be activating the sets just to get that bonus right off the bat.
Yeah.
It sounds really confusing right now.
It does sound very confusing. I totally agree.
Oh yeah.
I feel like maybe a month or so from now, like it'll be like second nature to us. So like we'll just get it, and it'll be like like we'll know what the capacity is for everything, and we'll know like who's going to be OP because of this, and all that stuff will come to light. Like right now, there's just so many variables that I mean, I would even go ahead as far as to say like don't unless you're like finishing up your PvP team or somebody vital right now. I would hold off on gearing anybody right now until you know some more information about what's going on with these mods. Just be careful about where your investments are right now, because I'd say like there may be a shift in the meta because of this, and you may want to have some extra gear available to be ready for that.
Yeah, and start saving credits because you're gonna spend a lot of them, like a lot of
Right.
credits.
Just as they start giving you more credits, they figure out a way for you to spend more credits.
Yeah.
They created this scoundrel event that's supposed to be coming every 12 days to give us more credits, and they have the Ewok event right now that's giving you credits, but I mean the Ewok event's going to go eventually, and then the scoundrel event will be it. Besides the GW and the regular events that we get every week.
hmm While on that subject, were we supposed to get the Scoundrel event once a week? I don't think I saw it this
Every
week.
every every 7 to 12 days,
Oh,
they
7
said.
to 12. Oh, there was one piece of news that was pretty good on that release they did, which is there are no restrictions for doing the mod battles. We were
Yep,
super concerned about that,
we were.
and yeah, it was just so bad of an idea. I mean, come on, don't do it. And they didn't. They released the statement saying like, "Oh, we're lifting the restrictions. You can go with whatever you want." That's
I would have thought that. I actually thought that would have been kind of cool. I mean, it would suck. I mean, I get how that would suck for somebody. I mean, like, for somebody who's starting out to have them have to get a certain team of characters. I mean, that's not fair. But I like even though I don't have like the strongest scoundrel team, I like that they're doing that and kind of creating the need to build up different types of teams. Because things are going to change, and you may think it's a bad idea to level up Cad Bane right now.
Right.
Who knows? I mean, 30 days from now, the guy could get a rework, and all of a sudden, Cad Bane could be the bee's knees.
yeah. I think I would hold on like deciding what character to gear or level right now, just a little bit to see what's gonna happen. Otherwise, you're just gonna spend resources, like a lot of resources, and then you might not even use the character.
Well, me and Grande were talking about this the other night, and there's certain characters that, I mean, you can't really go wrong with. I mean, like, listen, if you just got a scanner and you're planning on putting it on Qui-Gon Jinn, go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, you're gonna level up your Qui-Gon Jinn. But it's like certain character. If you're talking about putting putting a Nubian tech on Ray, do that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's like, but if you're considering any experiments right now, or thinking about trying something out, like, don't do anything like that unless you need to, until you
So
know some more information.
so Zernfet sent me this photo. He asked me if we could put this up, and I said sure, not a problem. We'll put this up. So this is the photo that shows the sets, the requirements, the the maximum bonuses, and the effects.
Yeah,
This is kind of
that is.
what your theory is on exactly what's happening. Yes.
What's not confirmed, it's pretty close, but not confirmed, is the effect. It could be instead of a percentage value, a flat value. Instead of a percentage speed, you could get flat speed when you activate the bonus. So
Right.
I can't be sure of that. The bonus effect is confirmed. It means that the two-piece sets, like the health one, probably, if it's a two-piece set, you can equip that same set three times, totaling six pieces, and then the bonus will activate three times. That's why it's up to three times the bonus effect.
So I don't get you. Let's say today's Tuesday, right? And I just open up mod battles. Okay, so I have 8 battles I can win, right? So I win mod battle 1, I win mod battle 2. Let's say I go through all 8, right, and I beat them all. Now I can go back to mod battle 1 and win it again, and then win. Could I just win, like, mod battle 2, and then go back to mod battle 1 and just win mod battle 1 7 times in a row? I mean, how does this work? I mean, like, is that leveling up a mod every single time?
No, actually, there will be 8 stages, like we have stage 1 through 8 in the game right now. Okay? So every one of those stages is going to drop a different mod from a different set. Okay? So if you
Oh,
want speed mods, it's going to be on stage 4. If you want health mods, it's going to be on stage 7. So the stages will define the mod set you're farming for, and inside each of those stages, you're going to have 7 battles. Each battle from 1 to 6 is going to give you a mod from that set, from that stage, for a specific slot. Okay, so let's say stage 1, battle 1 is going to give you the mod that goes into the first slot. That's the only thing it's gonna give you. If you want the slot 2 mod for that set, you're gonna go to battle 2, stage 1, and stage 7 is gonna be a random mod from that stage, but it has a higher chance of dropping a mod that has increased rarity.
Let's say you get nothing. Can you sim stage 7 again and just try to get that mod?
Oh yeah, You can sim as much as you want.
Well, like I said, it's confusing. I'm gonna have to see how this works. It seems like it really kind of puts you in a tough position. To have to make that decision. Where you're going with these mods. What I mean, like who are you going to decide to give these to?
Hmm.
Because I mean, there are characters. I mean, like I'm using a PvP team right now that I love and adore, but I don't know if I'm going to use this PvP team a month from now. So I mean, do I give this all my mods to my PvP team right now, or do I give it to the team that I think I'm going to be using 30 days from now? That's it's just what I'm saying. It's like you're going to have to think a lot about where you invest these mods.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be like the everything in the game now, like gear is like you have a chance of obtaining a piece of gear. I think mods will be 100% drop chance because they already have RNG built into them. So whenever you get a mod, you don't know the stats on the mod. So you're always getting a mod when you sim the battle, but the mod might not be useful. So I think you're gonna always get a mod. It's just probably not what you're looking for. But yeah, you can go for a specific mod if you want a slot 6 speed mod, a speed set, of course. You're gonna go to stage speed stage and the battle that drops number 6.
That's cool.
It sounds complicated, but once you can see that on the screen, and you're gonna figure out quickly. Yeah, but what you're talking about, like what do I put where, when do I do it? That's a whole nother problem.
Yeah,
Speed and damage mods for everybody.
yeah. Well, or
Yeah,
retribution, or stun. I mean, you could come up with all different kinds. So
yeah. I think the most important set. I'm talking order of importance. It will be the speed set because they won't release extra turn right now, and having more turn over your opponent. That's talking about PvP. I'm not talking about raids, but PvP wise, you get more turns, you do more damage, you heal more, you get more abilities to use. So speed is going to be really good.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna end up with. You know,
Yeah.
who knows, right? I mean, who knows what we're gonna end up with?
Yeah, even though I mean we're talking about what's probably going to happen. Uh, Before you really put the mods into those characters and see how they work with them equipped, it's really hard to figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and then we got Baldo in here. I'm gonna bring Baldo in, and
What's up?
Darktron's in here as well, so we could talk about it.
Are we live?
You are. You're
Good
live.
evening, guys.
Good
What's
evening.
up?
How is everybody's weekend coming along?
Good. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. So, what are your thoughts on what we've been talking about?
What have we talked about?
We're
I
talking
missed
about
it.
we're talking about we're talking about the new mod table and the new update. We're talking about
I
this.
think it's
We're talking about
I
this
think it's
update, right?
cool, but everything you knew about characters, like basically throw it away because they won't be the same.
Yep. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about this community update right here that's on the screen, and about Cantina, about how it's going to take Cantina energy to do it.
You're gonna have to. I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all either.
Mind you, I've almost farmed everyone worthy in Cantina. I only have Lando left, but still,
You
it's
know,
gonna
I,
annoy
I
him.
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to get Lando. I'd like to get Chirpa. I'd like to get Rebel Luke. There's a lot of characters at Cantina. I'd like to finish off Chewie potentially in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The only ones really not worth farming are maybe Windu, the Acolyte, the Raider, and a couple others.
Right.
The rest are pretty good.
My opinion on this is they should have separate energy for this. Um,
Yeah,
like even the people that just starting to play and then they they're gonna get these mods when they hit 50, and now they had to, minimize what they're gonna do. And I think what they should have done is put it separate energies throughout the rest, so it gives people the option to farm stuff in their cantina and
Mm-hmm.
farm the mods on a different energy, just instead of having it cantina energy to use for getting mods.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can probably post to say, hey, uh, here's our opinion. This is should be what good for, and the people that free to play players, or people that mega whales, they still gonna use those cantina energies to get their ability math and stuff like that. But in a sense, they should have a separate energy for the table for a lot of people, because a lot of people are still farming characters from those cantinas
Tons. Everybody
tons.
is.
So yeah,
And
and
this
even
seems
on
really counterproductive because, in one sense you're going to improve, at the same time you're going to not. You're going to slow down your farms on characters.
On characters, right? So pretty much the
So,
characters you've got now potentially would be the characters you're gonna.
and hard farms they take forever. The canteen is the only upside right now to a speedy farm,
Jason. So
or a quicker farm.
Jason Kessler says, "Let's all go to EA forums and give them our feedback. It's got to be different, separate energy." By all means, if you think it should be separate energy, let's do the separate energy.
yeah,
Jason
I
Kessler, I wish I could. I'm banned.
Your
yeah
band.
I prefer have can't this mod thing on separate energy, because it gives the options, for us get what mods we want, because now we have the dependent micromanages energy from Cantina, and I feel, I'm still farming people in Cantina. I'm farming Chirpa, and now I have to, put Chirpa on hold because I had to get these mods, and I don't feel like doing that. I want to finish the character I'm farming, and then after go for the mods. But now I have to do that.
Yeah, it's counterproductive. Like I said, in one way, one aspect you're improving, the other one you're slowing down your improvement, which is just silly. And for them to just give us like, this minimal notice, and then it's like they throw out that pack, like that data card image. It's like as soon as that happened, they should have told us the right then. Like they obviously knew what was going on. We should know as well. Like it's not like we can do anything about it or anything with it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we should have known instantly. Like it's a guessing game with these people.
Well, I mean, my thought is let's try to be positive. We don't know exactly what's going to happen yet, so I'm going to keep a positive
Uh,
attitude and
I
kind
think
of a positive wait and see attitude on stuff. And
I
and
think it'll be cool, but I think it's also bad in the cantina sense
okay,
because I'm once they release, there's going to be. It seems like cantina is getting better and better, right? As the levels go up, they like put in better tunes, characters. Sorry.
yeah.
So what's going to be at 90? Maybe first order tie pilot will be in there.
Yeah.
Like, well, I
And
can see that.
especially now that we have Dooku rising again after the patch notes.
Aldo,
What's up, Remon? How's it going, man?
pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Do you
Keep
guys
it up.
think we're gonna go towards the stun meta after the changes?
I
Potentially,
smell. I smell. I smell Darktron too in here.
Darktron is in here.
Darktron's in here. Yeah.
I'm in here.
So anyway, I guess this goes back to what our thought is do you save energy right now until Tuesday? That was the whole. I know the stream is laggy, Dartron. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I've been trying to fix it for days. At least it's better than it was before. Zernfet was on here yesterday where I was having all kinds of trouble, and at least now you can actually see stuff. So one step at a time, and we'll get there. I don't know.
I'm I might help you on that later after
That would
the
be
live
great. I
stream.
could use all the help I could get at this point to try and
My,
fix it.
Okay.
my opinion would be yes. I for one, I'm going to save. Because I want to try out mob battles, but I mean, it does. I don't think it's like a necessity.
To save, I mean, you're gonna get ahead. Realistically, there's a cap on saving, so you're gonna be ahead a few days.
You're also going
It's not gonna be a big setback for anybody if
Well,
you save or didn't save.
to lose.
And
You're
it's a
going to
good
lose about
idea to save.
natural regen.
yeah, baby steps. Everybody's right. At least now our stream is not so laggy that it's you can't even tell what's going on. But yeah, we're gonna as soon as I take rank 1, I'll show a picture and then you guys can just see the picture instead. But yeah, I
Panda will do that.
By saving, you're going to lose like 300 canteen energy for free.
yeah, you are. I mean
Exactly.
that's the deal. Whenever you go way over, you lose the energy. And you got to figure out what it is the saving the 900 or almost 1,000 till Tuesday worth the losing 300 and the crystals that go along with it. Oh, that's painful.
Mm,
Oh, I'm still leveling up, and I'm gonna save it.
yeah.
You know what? For me, I'm probably gonna save it because I want to be the head of getting those mods and loving them up and stuff like that. So I'm definitely gonna save just to get a little ahead of some of the people. I don't know if people are gonna do this or not, but who knows? I know
Well,
Omega.
the cap is 9.99, right? So you can only go up to 1,000 energy. The thing is like you're gonna have to still remember to do your 3 Cantina battles a day to get your Omega rewards, Omega material met, and finish your daily activities. But just do like 3 8 energy Cantina battles. So you're only spending 24 a
Oh
day.
yeah, but there's a
Right.
catch. We have Cantina guild activity tomorrow as well.
Yeah, that is the catch.
We already instructed everybody not, that they don't have to hit their cantina. No, we're not gonna even, we're not gonna do anything but
Yeah.
3 cantina
And
battles each
I
day.
got to tell you, I mean, if you have some amazing characters you don't have yet, and I know that Jason Kessler's it here. He's saying, I don't have, he says he doesn't have, he doesn't have Royal Guard yet. I gotta say that having a maxed out Royal Guard is probably more important than these mods at the moment.
My suggestion is honestly, don't stop like old banner farm, a Royal Guard farm, an Anakin farm to save for mods. I would finish guys off. Get yourself some good characters and then mod them up.
It's kind
So
of funny. I actually have two characters. I have them like potential go to 7 stars. Just haven't have the credits to put them up or gear them. Old Ben and Anakin and
because
five.
we don't know how significant these mods are gonna change a character, right?
That is
Like
correct. We
a
don't know yet.
star maxed out mod character still might not be as good as a 7 star maxed out
Well,
character without mods.
put it this way: if I think these mods gonna affect even the power of the character too, so
Of
it's gonna
course,
be
yeah.
it's gonna be definitely a big difference of these characters getting mods because it's getting them extra stats that they normally don't get. Period. And it's going to be a lot of good, teams people actually can come up with these mods, and it's going to be a lot of fun to find out what teams or people are going to be rolling with and what mods they're going to be rolling with. You know, I hope they don't go overboard. Making these certain mods that are a little bit overpowered than the other mods that they're adding into the game too. So
Panda mentions, he says, well, you have to be level 50. You're right. You do have to be level 50, but level 50 is not what it used to be. Um,
Level
I,
50 is only a few
I
weeks
agree.
ago.
The thing is, it's different whenever you're looking at somebody. I mean, Zern Fett is not maxed out. The guy who's in here in chat with us, he's on my alt server. And he's level 73, 74, 75, somewhere in there, right, Zern?
Yeah.
And so, he hasn't even gotten to where he gets Omegas every day. I mean, he's got some, it's way different
Yeah,
whenever you look at
I
it.
don't have Royal Guard 7-star yet. I don't have Dooku 7-star yet. I don't have. I was going for Chirpa, then Dooku, then Royal Guard. Now everything changed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would ignore Dooku now. I would just not
What?
even farm him, to be
I mean,
No,
you
honest.
can.
but
I mean, but you
have
can.
you seen what they said about it? You dodge characters cannot dodge anymore if they're stunned.
Right.
Yeah.
So you might see Dooku Daka Royal Guard teams
You could see
in
that.
arena.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it
but
could be the.
dodge. I don't even care about the stun while dodging. I don't rely on that.
I'm not saying you
Oh,
don't rely on
you're
that,
not
but
using a
but
dodge
if
team.
the other guy's running an old Ben lead, and now all of a
Yeah.
sudden you've got Dooku, and you've stunned the two Jedi. All of a sudden, old Ben's not dodging anymore, and Rey's not dodging anymore because she's stunned. It could be pretty important.
Ugh.
I don't know. Anyway, that was it.
Yeah.
That was basically the main part of the stream, was just to talk about mod table discussion and planning and what you guys can do. And we got about another 20 seconds or less until I hit rank 1, so we'll just do that so everybody could see that. Yes, I actually did take rank 1. I did have help. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Nice.
Reggae Dragon from Team Skunk Beta gave me all kinds of help. But I did take rank 1. So big shout out to all my Team Skunk buddies. Reggae Dragon, Cam, and then there's a third one on here, Sogras. He's from Team Skunk Upsilon. All these guys help me out every day. I would not be able to take rank 1 without them. So I better give them big props for being part of helping me succeed and win. I think that's it. I think that's all we got. Anybody else got anything else they want to mention, or you want to just let's call it here and I guess wait till Tuesday, or wait till we get another big announcement from EA.
I will add something about. Someone was talking about 7 starring a character being more important than getting the mods. Uh, if I don't know for a fact how much health. Let's get health for example, but I don't know how much health a Royal Guard gets from 6 to 7 stars at the same gear level. But if you can get a mod or a set of mods that increases your health about 30%, do you think that's going to be better than 7 starting a character?
Well, of course, but that's the thing, man. Who knows how significant they will be?
Oh yeah.
Like it could be like 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing is though, is a 6-star Royal Guard going to be viable in PvP? Not on a old server. Is a neither is a non-level 80 Royal Guard. Um,
Here, here's an
so
important thing I think people need to remember too. Stop if you stop farming a character before they're 7-star, you can't bring them into heroic raids.
that's right.
Oh yeah, you're
And
right.
So if
and
you
so,
stop them, that character is useless to you in raids. Yeah, assuming you're doing heroics. If you're not, then whatever. But you're gonna want to push the heroics if you're not already,
I mean, I think
because
if
they already
you
got
have
them for the
characters,
new raid.
the other thing too is we still have stuff like Scoundrel event, Droid event, Ewok event. Um, you know the the Empire Android event, the Rebel event. So you have a bunch of characters that if you actually want to pass it, you're going to have to get to farm some of those characters.
Right.
And so you know what? Where are you really going to want these mods? You're going to want these mods on your PvP team because you're still going to want to get high rank in PvP because that's everybody's paycheck. Once you get done with your PvP team, are you really that concerned about mods on other characters?
PvP is the only true competition left in this game.
I mean, maybe okay,
Unless,
here you go. You're going to have your number 1 raid team for heroics. Potentially, they're going to release a new type of raid, and so there may be a different meta for that one. and then potentially you run a fourth team in Galactic War. That's 20. That's 20 characters at 7-star. And that's basically saying all of these characters are completely different, and they're not all completely different. Some of them are going to overlap. You know, my guess is most people have Rey on their PvP team. My guess is most people have Royal Guard on their PvP team, and they potentially have Rey on their heroic raids as well. Depending on how their guild is running heroic raids, potentially they have Qui-Gon Jinn on their PvP team, or they have him in the raid. Potentially when they run through GW, if they've gotten Ewoks up, then they're running Ewoks through GW, and they're running a couple of Ewoks on their PvP team. I mean, not on their PvP team, on their raid team. So the max that we're looking at here is 20 characters. Everybody else is just gravy. Either that, or you're trying to, or you're working one or two or three characters because you're making some bets on what the new meta might be, or you're making some bets on what the new event table might be, right? So there's going to be a big push in the beginning, and then all this stuff is going to slow down again. That's how I see it.
Yeah, always does.
So, anyway, I appreciate everybody coming out to the stream. I appreciate everybody's thoughts and inputs. And like I said, if you're watching this, or if you're watching this in a replay, come to TeamSkunk.com. And if you want to get in one of our guilds, we'd love to have you. Thanks to everybody who's here. Thanks to everybody who's in a Team Skunk guild. You're much appreciated. We value each and every one of you. And take care and enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye.